When a relationship is suddenly shattered by betrayal, there is a common assumption about how to fix it. We expect that if the offending partner offers a sincere apology, shows visible remorse, and promises to never inflict pain again, trust should naturally return. Yet, for the partner who was betrayed, those apologies, no matter how deeply felt, offer almost no comfort. The fracture remains. This is a neurological reality. Betrayal inflicts trauma. The moment it occurs, the brain abandons a state of connection and shifts into a hyper-vigilant protective mode. It starts scanning the environment for danger. It looks for unpredictability. It searches for any inconsistency between what is being said and what is actually being done. Because the traumatized nervous system is biologically wired to seek safety and prevent further harm, it cannot be soothed by words. It demands observable patterns. This timeline illustrates the core friction of recovery. A promise takes only a few seconds to speak, but demonstrating a trustworthy pattern requires months and often years of consistent action. This vast space between the quick apology and the long-term proof creates a vacuum. It is a frustrating period where neither partner feels secure. The betrayer feels their words aren't enough, and the betrayed feels unprotected. Surviving this gap requires abandoning empty guarantees about the future. Instead, both partners must find a way to measure safety, day by day, in the present. This requires a different approach to recovery. Trust is a willingness to move forward, based on evidence, not guarantees. The responsibility of the betraying partner is to generate that evidence. This is achieved not through grand emotional speeches, but through relentless, ordinary consistency. This blueprint shows how that consistency is built. The foundation is the DPAR, the Daily Plan and Recovery or Response. It is a daily, written outline of exact intentions and boundaries. Completing this plan every single day acts as a structural commitment. It takes the abstract desire to do better and turns it into a load-bearing, predictable routine. Attached to this foundation are daily weather checks. These are structured emotional check-ins. As they accumulate on the framework, they provide recurring data points proving that the partner is present, honest, and no longer hiding. Together, tools like DPARs and weather checks take abstract therapy concepts and convert them into hard empirical data points. They prove that safety is being actively constructed. For the betrayed partner, living without this evidence often leads to a trap. The brain constantly asks, "What if this happens again?" or "What if I am fooled?" in an attempt to predict and control future pain. Healing begins when that attention is gently redirected. Instead of agonizing over imagined futures, the focus narrows to evaluating the data available today. You look at the present metrics. Were boundaries respected this week? Is accountability initiated voluntarily rather than being forced? As capped commitments stack up, a physiological shift occurs. The traumatized nervous system observes the consistency and slowly releases its protective tension. Evaluating this daily evidence replaces the anxiety of an unknown future with the grounded, observable reality of safety in the present. Gathering evidence serves as a practical tool for safety, but over time, these repeated choices change the habits that define a person's character. Jesus Christ taught this exact principle of observation in the book of Matthew, stating, "By their fruits ye shall know them." Look closely at these tree rings. Fruit, much like this physical growth, is completely dependent on time. Intentions are not fruit. Sorrow is not fruit. Persuasive words are not fruit. True repentance is a continuing process. It is the steady practice of new habits until the daily life of an individual naturally reflects honesty, humility, and Christ-like love. Evaluating a tree by its fruit over a long period of time is the ultimate divine application of an evidence-based relationship. If you are the betrayed partner, your timeline is valid. You do not have to ignore your intuition or rush your healing. You are allowed to observe, evaluate, and let patterns reveal themselves at their own pace. If you are the betraying partner, know that every honest disclosure, every kept commitment, and every repair after a mistake matters. These seemingly ordinary choices accumulate into the evidence of safety. The road is long, but through Jesus Christ and the practice of accountability, broken trust can be rebuilt into a testimony of God's redeeming power. To start building this daily evidence, explore a Worth group, look into our marriage repair course, and reach out to healingwithworth.org.